Hi, this is Christy Tomlinson with Scarlet Lime. This is a tutorial on how to make the watch art for the Scarlet Lime watch bands. The first thing that you're going to do is pull all the pieces together. So what you want to do is print off the PDF for the watch band that you're making. And then the next thing you're going to do is pull your kit pieces apart. You're going to have lobster clasps. You'll probably have 4. You'll need 4. You will have 5. We also have bead caps and spacer beads. You will also have some extra, these are spacer beads as well, they're a little bit bigger, and you'll have extras of those, and then you'll have what's called your spacer bars, plus your string. Now, you'll need a watch band to be able, or watch face to be able to wear this. It does not include it in the kit. This is something that you obviously need to purchase separately on the website, but you should also have a watch face to be able to do this. Then you'll also have your beads. And I like to use 2 tools that aren't included is a pair of scissors, and then I would also get a straight pin, and this will come in handy a little bit later. So let's get started on how to make it. Okay, so after we've printed off our PDF, we are going to set up the beads exactly how they are according to the picture. So you can see here I did them in sections. So each watch band is created in 3 sections: top section, middle, and your bottom section, with 2 end beads at the end and 2 spacer bars separating the 3 sections. So I've put this out just according to that. So the first thing that we're going to do to start is take your string and 2 of your lobster clasps, and you're going to thread it on facing down. And then you're going to take your first end bead, thread it on, and then your next lobster clasp, and make sure again that it's facing down because you want both your lobster clasps facing the same way. Then I'm going to take this and just hook it on to my watch band because it's a lot easier with a stable piece to do it. Then I'm just going to take it and work it down. I'll do the first section first and then the second section and so forth. So to start, I like to use bead caps. They're more for decoration than anything, except for around the spacer bars, but I've included way more than you're going to need to use, but they are just kind of to make things pretty. So the first thing I'm going to do is thread on my crochet ball. The thing about the crochet ball, and this is where your needle comes in handy, you'll have one side that's got a visible hole right here, but the other side, see where the thread is, you've kind of got to dig for the hole. So I just always put that in there to find it, and then I always thread it through the end that isn't so visible first, because it's easier and it just comes right through. And then next we're going to do the silver bead, which these beads are a little hollow, and so they are a little tricky sometimes too. You just got to kind of feel around in there. Here we go. Now next is the spacer bar. On either side of every spacer bar, you're going to want to put one of the bead caps. And the reason why is because a lot of the metal beads, or a lot of the beads, have bigger holes. And if I were to put this, and this is against a spacer bar, it could sometimes get caught down in the hole. So if we put a bead cap on it, it won't do that. So a rule of thumb is to always just put on both sides of the spacer bars a spacer bead. And now we'll do the next side. We're going to add bead cap. Now this is a foil bead, and sometimes again with the foil beads, they have holes drilled all the way through, but there's foil still inside. So I just take my and make sure that it's all just clear in there so that it threads nice and easy through. And then I'm going to hook it right on to here. Make sure you go through the right side so it's not twisted. And that is your first section. And then we're going to do the next sections, and I'll show you how to tie it off. Okay, we have almost finished our bracelet. I've completed the first section, the middle section, and most of the last section. So I just have one of these 2 beads to put on last. This is a connector, they call them connector beads, and it's just actually fun to just dangle. That's why I've included it. And then we're going to thread on our very last bead, which is a crocheted bead. And then put on one final little bead cap just to finish it off. And then you can do either side. It doesn't matter which side you use, but you're just going to repeat the process like you did at the beginning. You're going to thread on a lobster clasp, your end bead, and then your next lobster clasp. Again, make sure they're both facing down, and then you're just going to tie the 2 beads together. I like to tie it in a square knot because it keeps it straight. So I pull it as tight as I can, and then I'm going to tie it in a knot and pull it tight again. And then I'm going to do this, I'm going to do about 2 or 3 square knots. I know some people that do 10 of them. I don't think you need that many, but so every time I do it, I just pull it nice and snug. And then after I do that, I just take a pair of scissors and I snip it right at the top of that, and you're done. And then you just simply clasp it onto the other side, and your watch is complete. Now remember, because you can take these on and off, then you can make different ones. I like to wear my watches, by the way, this way because you get to see the cute little design that you made versus this way. But then when you're done with it, you just take the watch band off and then put on another one for the next day. And that's how you make a watch band.